Everyone, so today I want to walk you through some of the most important car seat safety tips that every single parent needs to know with their kids. And this isn't really commonly talked about with a lot of parents. A lot of people just get the car seat out of the box, install it the way they think they need to, and then roll with it. But we just need some simple practical steps, especially as new parents and first-time parents, that can make a huge difference for your child's safety in case of any car accident or issue in the car, because you can never prepare too much with your baby's safety. So here's something surprising. Did you know that over 50% of car seats are actually used incorrectly? Even when the car seat itself is installed right, the straps are often too loose on the baby's chest, or the chest clip sits way too low on their chest. And those mistakes can often put your baby at serious risk in a car crash. So let's talk about how to get this right as parents. First, never add anything to the car seat that it did not come with. This means no shoulder pads, head cushions, or aftermarket supports that you can buy online. They have not been crash tested with your seat and they can interfere with safety for your baby. Next, rear facing versus forward facing. This is a very big topic. Never turn a child forward facing before the age of 2. This is the biggest thing you need to know with your kids. In fact, the safest goal is to keep your child rear facing as long as possible, ideally until age 4. Now, the biggest thing is parents think that the kids don't have enough space, but their legs are super bendy. They have more than enough space, and most kids that we see that are safely seating, they can fit in the car seat until age 4, and it's totally fine. The biggest thing that you can do as a parent is keep your child rear facing until their weight exceeds the limit of the car seat. So for them, it could be any age, but ideally after 2 is the best thing that you can go by. Then we look at harness placement for your kids. The chest clip always should sit at armpit level, not down near the stomach, because that's not going to protect their chest. For those shoulder straps, rear facing means the straps have to be at or below the shoulders, while forward facing means straps at or above the shoulders. So here's an easy check. This is the pinch test that we do. Try to pinch the harness strap near your child's collarbone. If you can grab any slack, it's too loose. Straps that are too loose don't just reduce protection in the crash, they can actually interfere with breathing. Another detail is the crotch buckle slot. So some car seats require it to be in the closest slot while rear facing, while others allow it to be moved. Always check the manual for your car seat so you know what's correct for your child's setup. Another thing that I like to use, especially when I had my son, was an Instagram account called Safe in the Seat. She is amazing with showing all these different types of car seats and how to safely install them, especially on YouTube. So it's a good visual for parents instead of, if you're like me, I don't like to read instruction manuals. So she was really awesome for different car seat setups, especially in the car, to make sure it's installed safely. Clothing matters too. Children should never wear bulky coats, slippery fabrics, or costumes in their car seat. This prevents the harness from tightening correctly, and so you need to buckle them in snugly and then place the blanket over them. You don't need to be putting a coat on them before they go in the car seat. So when it comes to installation, use either the lower anchors or the seat belt. Never both. You don't need both. And remember, lower anchors have a weight limit, so the combined weight of your child and the car seat cannot exceed 65 pounds. So that information is actually printed on the side of your car seat, and it's actually listed in the manual if you read it, so that can be very helpful too. And then finally, you want to be cautious with extras. So many car seat manufacturers prohibit using seat protectors under the car seat. So even something that seems harmless, that could compromise the way the car seat can potentially fail in a crash, or the car seat is secured. So you want to make sure that's just sitting on the seat. So let's bring this all together. Big takeaways from today. The chest clip has to be at armpit level for your baby. Straps must be snug, using that pinch test to make sure that there's no space and it's nice and tight on your child so that they can breathe properly in the event of a car accident. Rear facing as long as possible, ideally till after 2, but even better till age 4, as long as they don't exceed the weight limits of the car seat. And then follow both manuals every single time. At Pinnacle, we care more than just adjustments for your baby. We are looking at car seats. We'll give some advice for moms if they're bringing their baby in their car seat. So we care about that safety for your kids too. So yes, we will take care of your spine, but we also care about your child's safety. Ideally, when your baby's nervous system is calm, they're going to sit more comfortably in their car seat and they're going to travel safer. So if your child is struggling in the car seat and you can't figure out why, and it seems like they're just uncomfortable, it's probably not a strap issue. There's probably a bigger issue going on. They probably have tension happening in their nervous system or in their body that's preventing them from being comfortable in that position in the car seat. Ideally, another big thing is we don't want you to have your child in their car seat unless they have to be in the car. So if your child is older than an infant and can be safely taken out of the car seat without it interrupting too many things, as soon as you park, take them out of the car seat. It is so much better for their bodies to be held and to not be restricted with movement, because a car seat is another big container, and a lot of people use them as a crutch to just keep their kids in the car seat because it's easier. But sometimes the easier way is not always the best way for your child. So try to limit the use of car seat for no more than 2 hours a day. Even if you're commuting, try to limit that for your child, because it is in the better for them in their milestone development and their physical development to be moving their body freely. So if this resonated with you, please share this video. It is so important to make sure your kids are safe in the car and then also safe outside of the car as well. So let us know if there's anything about this that you'd like more questions about or help with, and we'd love to help and answer those questions for you.